Imagine the skyscrapers of New York, the neon arteries of Tokyo, the bustling ports of Shanghai. Now picture them utterly silent. Not a soul on the streets, no light in the windows, just the relentless creep of vines and roots cracking concrete and steel. This isn't a dystopian movie plot. This is what really happened to the Maya. And the truth behind their disappearance is far more terrifying and revealing than anyone ever guessed. At its peak, the Maya civilization was an unparalleled intellectual and architectural powerhouse. They built pyramid observatories aligned with celestial precision, mastered the concept of 0 centuries before Europe, and developed a written language of haunting beauty. Their cities, like the magnificent Tikal, pulsed with over 100,000 people, a density that rivaled ancient Rome. Then, around the 9th century AD, the silence fell. It wasn't a slow decline. It was a collapse. One by one, the great city-states of the southern lowlands were abandoned. The carving of majestic stone stelae, commemorating kings, victories, and cosmic events, ceased abruptly. Grand plazas where crowds once gathered were reclaimed by jungle. It was as if the heart of their civilization simply stopped beating within a few generations. So, what happened? Archaeologists have wrestled with this mystery for decades. The clues point not to one catastrophe, but a perfect storm of them. Theory 1, the megadrought. This wasn't just a dry spell. Core samples from lake sediments reveal a period of severe, multi-decadal drought, perhaps the worst in 7,000 years. Their intricate system of reservoirs and canals dried up. Crops failed. Famine spread. A society built on the prediction of seasonal rains found its gods, and its kings, had failed them. Theory 2, total warfare. Cutting-edge LiDAR technology has stripped back the jungle canopy to reveal a shocking truth: vast networks of fortifications, moats, and watchtowers surrounding Maya cities. This wasn't defense against a foreign invader. It was evidence of brutal, incessant civil war. Kingdoms that were once allies turned on each other in a desperate fight for dwindling resources like water and arable land, bleeding each other dry. Theory 3, the revolution. Maya society was brutally hierarchical. A tiny elite of kings and priests lived in sublime luxury, adorned in jade and consuming exotic foods like cacao, while the vast majority toiled as farmers and laborers. When drought and war pushed society to the brink, the ruling class likely hoarded what little remained. The result? We see evidence of burned palaces and defaced monuments. Did the 99% finally rise up, slaughter their oppressors, and willingly walk away from the grand cities that symbolized their oppression? Here's the terrifying twist: modern science confirms it wasn't one of these theories that doomed the Maya. It was all three, executing a devastating chain reaction. The Maya were victims of their own success. Their population expanded to the very limits of what their environment could support. Then climate change delivered the first blow, the megadrought. The drought triggered famine and panic, the second blow. The elite's response, hoarding resources and waging war, was the fatal third blow, shattering the social contract. The people didn't vanish. They made a conscious choice. They chose survival over civilization. They abandoned the failing cities, the broken kings, and the hungry gods. They walked away from their grandeur and dispersed into smaller, sustainable communities. The Maya collapse is the ultimate cautionary tale. It's a story of how a sophisticated society, when pushed by environmental change and torn apart by its own internal inequality, can unravel with breathtaking speed. They didn't mysteriously disappear. They made a calculated retreat from complexity to save themselves. Their greatest monument isn't a pyramid, it's their stunning, and terrifying, resilience. A lesson in fragility we are only now beginning to understand.